Hi, I'm Rain, and welcome back to another episode of Destiny Lorepedia. Today's video is a bit unexpected, and I wasn't thinking of doing an entire episode regarding the Season of the Seraph finale, but instead just a small reaction video and my thoughts. But the cutscene that was released today alongside the finale switched my entire perspective, and that's saying something. As for what I'll be covering in this video, I'll be covering my thoughts and reactions regarding the cutscene, breaking down each part of the cutscene little by little, and talk about something that caught my eye, as well as the questions that have been answered from the finale. So, let's get into it. I can't really explain too much just yet until I show you the cutscene. While I show it to you here in a second, I want to let you know that some images or video footage may not be the best of quality. I do my very best to find the best quality images possible for these videos, but sometimes you have to use what you get. Also, today's episode is definitely more on the argumentative and opinionated side. Some things I talk about today may not have any evidence, but it may be a good thing to talk or discuss, as the Destiny community needs more theory and speculation. On February 14th, 2023, a new update was released on Destiny 2, where we were given access to the season finale mission. This mission consisted of boarding the Seraph station, and finally uploading Rasputin himself onto the station. We even got the assistance of Rasputin's heavy frames, something we haven't seen since Season of the Worthy. Unfortunately, the reasoning behind this is not only sad, but very dark. Rasputin tells Anna that he has thought of every single possibility of what he could do to help humanity regarding Xivu Arath without the Borsats. But each outcome is the same: complete annihilation. So, Rasputin, without any kind of hesitation, tells Anna that he must self-destruct in order to prevent Aramis and Xivu Arath from getting hold of the Borsats and unleashing destruction. And so, we end up taking the engram that has Rasputin in it to the Seraph station, and we upload him to the Seraph station's network. From there, we are introduced with a small bit of dialogue, and then the cutscene. Let's watch it.
It's happening again. The whirlwind.
Aramis.
Don't worry. The great machine will never abandon anyone again. It's leaving. The Traveler is leaving. The Warsats.
Aramis, please do not do this. If you care at all for our people, if there is anything left in your heart, make it known your pain. Anna, it's time.
For Reese. Goodbye, Red.
Being 100% honest here, I kinda cried watching this for the first time. This was clearly meant to hit you in your feels, if that makes sense. Watching the Traveler rise from the last city, I just knew that clearly it was trying to escape, not just adjust itself. You then had Aramis talking to Mithrax, the Kill of Light, mentioning the Whirlpool. In short, the Whirlpool is the Fallen's major event of the Traveler leaving, forcing them to fend for themselves. Of course, we had the heart-wrenching unplugging or sacrifice of Rasputin, as we see the code on the monitors disappear and the exoframe turning off completely. Watching Anna fall onto the floor in desperation just broke my heart, if we're gonna be honest. What caught me by surprise was Elsie Bray, who appeared in the cutscene to comfort Anna, but Elsie caught something interesting. As we see the Warsat debris floating in the sky, the Traveler is actually staying afloat, just above the Earth's atmosphere, of course still directly under the last city. Everyone looks curiously at it, feeling thankful but also fearful. We get a look of what the Traveler looks like now in space, which is exactly similar to the way it looked in Destiny 1. This beautiful sight is unfortunately interrupted by Aramis asking the Witness why the Traveler isn't fleeing, in which the Witness responds that the Traveler has nowhere else to go. Of course, that gave me quite the chill. After watching the cutscene, we ended up loading into the tower, in which we had to speak to both Zavala and Ikora. Zavala feels relieved that it didn't leave, and while Ikora is also relieved, she is also fearful that it may try to leave again, or let humanity down. She even goes as far as telling us that it was an honor to fight alongside us. We go from the tower to the helm, where we speak to Anna over the holoprojector, in which in summary she states that Red, or her way of saying Rasputin, was family to her, and now she must find her way of leaving her own legacy of what she does next. We end up walking to the exoframe, which is now dormant, and to my surprise, there is one last final message from Rasputin. This is where some of my questions and theories are answered, and where another theory of mine is born. So let's talk about it. In my Rasputin episode of Destiny Lorepedia, I ask if Rasputin actually gives the location of Neomuna, the new destination for the Lightfall DLC. This question is answered in the dialogue of Rasputin's final message, with the answer to my question being yes. He reveals that the Neptunian city in Osiris's visions is real, and while he doesn't know the exact location, it is home to the Veil, creatures of immense paracausal power linked to the Traveler. This makes another theory of mine. What if the Veil are actually something that lives within the Traveler? We know about the random dude who is shifting his arm into a gun and all, but we know them as Cloud Striders. I don't think it makes sense to go from Cloud Striders to the Veil in the amount of time we've known this new character. The only real thing that could support my theory is a clip from the Lightfall Game Awards trailer, where we see the Witness reaching out into something that is releasing a bunch of trees and leaves, looking as if they fit the Traveler's aesthetic. Of course, when these trees and leaves start to spread out from this opening that the Witness is reaching out into, the Witness gives some kind of look. While we still aren't too familiar with every single expression of the Witness, I feel as if the expression is a mix of shock and maybe fear. We know the light wants to exterminate the darkness, and the darkness wants to exterminate the light. Maybe what's coming out of this opening could be something regarding the Veil. I guess we'll have to find out when Lightfall releases. One last thing that I want to point out is a specific object that caught my eye in the cutscene. When we see the Black Fleet moving, an odd-shaped object is moving in perfect cadence with the Black Fleet. I theorize that this could be Callus' ship, since he is the newest herald of the Witness. Its shape looks somewhat similar to what we see in the Neomuna environment trailer and the Lightfall reveal trailer. The very elongated ship with sharp edges in the trailers looks beautiful from close-up, but when looking from afar, it's just an odd-shaped ship that fits the style and cadence of the Black Fleet. Even though we may not know for sure whether that odd-shaped object is indeed Kallus or not, it's still something good to point out and think about. We would think he'd be on Neomuna by now, but who knows. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. Let me know what you thought of this season of the Seraph finale mission in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. See you in the next one.